So let's talk about the next question, that is question number 11, which is the second last question of this chapter. And this question is asking, what is periderm? How does periderm formation takes place in the dicot stems? So we have asked about what is periderm and how the periderm formation takes place in dicot stems. So first of all, periderm is the component of secondary growth, and secondary growth always found in dicot stems and not in monocot stems. So first of all, what is periderm? Periderm is the component of secondary growth in dicot stems, and the periderm is actually which is a component of secondary growth. So it is found on the surface of root and stems of dicot plants. Periderm being a component of secondary growth in dicot stems, they are found on the surface of stem and roots of dicot plants. If we talk about the components of components or the structures included in the periderm, then periderm is composed of phallogen, phallem and phalloderm. Now what happens or how does the formation of periderm takes place? Let's discuss this. So first of all, if we talk about phallogen, phallogen is also known as cork cambium. The cells of cork cambium or phallogen shows bipolar division. That means it cuts off the cells on either sides, that is on the outer side and on the inner side. The cork cambium or phallogen forms the cells on the outer side are known as phallem, which are suberized and have some depositions of tannins and are dead cells, which is known as phallem, of course. Now, the cells which are formed on the inner side by phallogen are known as phalloderm or secondary cortex. The outside cells or the phallem cells or the layer of phallem have some aerating pores in it at some places, which is known as lenticels, and these lenticels helps in gaseous exchange but are impervious to water. So this is solution or explanation of question number 11. Let's write answer for this. So first of all, we are going to write what is periderm. So periderm is the component of secondary growth, which is found on the surface of stem and roots of dicot stem. Now this periderm consists of phallogen, phallem and phalloderm Now we are going to talk about how the formation of this periderm takes place. So what happens? This phallogen, which is also known as cork cambium, shows bipolar division, That means this cuts off the cells on either sides and forms the layer of cells on outer side known as phallem and this consists of aerating pores called as lenticels, which is responsible for gaseous exchange, It also, what? Phalogen also forms a layer on outside. So phalogen also forms a layer on the inner side, and is known as phaloderm. So all these phaloderm, phallum and phalogen constitute together to form a new layer known as periderm, which is a component of secondary growth in dicot stems and root, right? And this is how it actually forms, or the formation of periderm takes place. So with this we have completed question number 11.